Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Eldritch Horror and Hypnos, Otherworldly Dreams, where we're just about to start episode 9. But first, yes, we've got a quick trip to make. And here we are at Catweazle's cock-up corner. What have I done this time? Well, we got a lot of allies last turn, and the first two allies that we picked up were actually unique allies. So we had to go into the unique deck to pick them out, and those were Miss Doyle, I think, and good old Randolph. So we picked those up. Then Carolyn got a ally, and because I'd gone into the unique deck twice, I just picked up the unique deck again and picked out Hildred Castaigne. But I shouldn't have done that. It was just a general ally that Carolyn was getting, not a named ally. So, I mean, they've all got names, but wasn't specifically told to get a unique ally. We're just told to get an ally, and you get an ally from the normal deck, not the unique deck. So we don't get Hildred, and we don't get 5 clues that came with Hildred. So we'll put him back in a minute. I'll put these clues back. What we've got to do is we've got to give her another ally, but out of the normal deck. So we'll just do a cut, and we'll go through till we get a normal ally. So that is a service. Watch, it's going to take ages now, isn't it? Arcanist. There, started moaning, and one popped up. So we've got the Arcanist. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I'll just give these a quick shuffle. Put them back. Okay, so here we go. We didn't get Hildred, we got this guy. So, Arcanist. Cost of 3, he's an ally. When you gain this card from the deck or reserve, gain 2 spells, then discard 1 spell. We'll do that in a sec. Roll 1 additional die when resolving a lore test as part of a spell effect. So we'll put that with her. And we've got to get some spells. Oh, cobblers. Right, we're going to roll, because we've got glamours, we've got incantations, and we've got rituals. So I'm just going to roll a die. Going to do our usual. Glamours are 1 to 2. Incantations are 3 to 4. And 5 to 6 is rituals. So the first one, bloody glamour. Don't want a glamour. Cut off the bottom. And force learning. And what's the other one going to be? A 5. That's a ritual. So this is the one we're going to have. Because I'm not having a glamour. So call the storm. There it is. Have a look at that. Call the storm, spell, ritual. Action. Choose a monster on your space and test lore -1. If you pass, the chosen monster loses 3 health, then flip this card. So that's the one she's taking. I'm not even bothering reading the glamour. You all know my views on glamour spells. Alright. Pop that up there. Pop that in there. So we got the Arcanist and we got a spell instead of Hildred and 5 clues. Right, that is it for Catweazle's Cock-Up Corner. It's episode 9. I think Carolyn is going to be our first player. So let's bob across and do the action phase. And here we are with Carolyn. First things first, she's on Dialathlene. It has a shipping route, so she is going to get herself a ship ticket. Alright, second action, she is going to move. So she's got a bit of a trip ahead of her, so let's have a look. First of all, she's going to move to sell a face. Then she is going to spend her ship ticket. And that means she'll be able to go to Unknown Kadath. Once at Unknown Kadath, she's going to use the Dream Portal, and it's got a local path. So she's going to use the local path to get to Buenos Aires. And here she is moving to Buenos Aires. So essentially she wakes up in Buenos Aires. Okay, that's it for Carolyn. Next up is Luke. And here we are with Luke. So what's he going to do? First up, he's going to gain a resource. So pop that on there. Then he's going to use his special action. And his special action means he can move to a gate that matches the current omen. The current omen is a red sunburst. We do have a red sunburst gate. That is at Rome. So he's going to pop over there. And here's Luke going over to Rome. Awesome. Righto, that's it for Luke. Next up is Jacqueline. And here we are with Jacqueline. So what's she going to do? Well, she's going to move. And she's going to use a ship ticket. And she's going to do exactly what Carolyn has done. And she's going to go to Buenos Aires. Here's Jackie, sell a face. She's going to spend the ship ticket. Pop that in there. Go to Unknown Kadath. Then she's going to have a trot along that little local path. So there she goes, and she joins Carolyn in Buenos Aires. She's still got an action left. And because Buenos Aires has a couple of shipping lanes going to it, she's going to get another shipping ticket. Got to remember to say the word ship with a P. Due to my accent, apparently it sounds like something else. Okay, that is it for Jacqueline. Next up is William. And here we are with William. What's he going to do? Well, first of all, he's going to move. So let's pop across to the board. And William is going to use the Uncharted path to go to Dialathlene. While he is there, what he is going to do is he is going to get himself a ship ticket. A ship ticket. So there we are, he gets himself a ship ticket. What we might try and do with him is we'll get him down to that rumour, I think. I think we'll try Jacqueline and Carolyn going to Antarctica to try and shut that gate and solve the mystery. And just as a backup, because he's got a load of clues, we will send William towards Space 3. Alright, that is it for William. That is it for the action phase. Next up is the encounter phase. And here we are at the encounter phase with Carolyn. She is in Buenos Aires and she's going to have a Buenos Aires encounter, which is the Green Americas deck. So we'll just do a quick cut and we'll pick this guy off the top. Buenos Aires down at the bottom there. Focus. Yeah, it's focused. You visit oh God, here we go, Spanish. You visit La Pina. Don't know if that's right. You visit La Pina in the basement of the Cafe Tortini and find the artist there offer small gifts in exchange for your inspirational stories. Gain one trinket asset of your choice from the reserve or one random trinket asset from the deck. Well, that was easy. Have we got any trinkets? Not in the reserve, so we're going to have to pick it from the deck. So here's the deck. And cut. And we'll just, I'll whiz through from the back, it's easier. Oh, there we go. Pocket watch, right on the bottom. It was easier. So she gets a pocket watch. Trinket. You cannot become delayed unless you choose to. Excellent. We'll have that. Good, good, good. Didn't even have to roll anything. That's what we like. Okay, that's it for Carolyn. Next up, it is Luke. And here we are with Luke. He is in Rome and he's got a cultist with him. So we're going to do what we always do with the cultist. Should be flashing up now. We've got to do a will test. We've got to try and wake him up. So it's a will test -1. So that'll be 3 dice for Luke. Come on, Luke. Ooh, he hasn't done it. So he's going to spend a focus. He's got 2 focus. Come on, Luke. A 3. Oh, he's going to spend his last focus. I like to save these focuses for bloody the Otherworld encounter. Come on. 4. Oh. Is he going to say he's going to spend a clue now? He's got 4 clues. Those are the 2 things he has done, because I don't want to be messing about here. Come on. A 5 at last. So he's only got 3 clues left, but I was definitely making sure I passed that. Alright, where's that for? Put that there. Okay, so he finally woke this guy up. So we can get rid of him, put him back into the bag. And now we can get on with getting into the Rome gate. So we need the Otherworld encounter deck. Here it is. Do a cut. Flip it over. Oh, and we're going into the past by the look of it. So hopefully that is gonna focus. Alright, the past. You appear on the continent of Mu, the day it was destroyed and pulled beneath the ocean. Resolve the pass effect to discover what you can before the island is destroyed. Or resolve the fail effect to reverse the magic that pulled you here. So the first bit sounds like an observation test to me, and the second bit sounds like a lore test. So, his observations pants. But he does have the Chief Inspector, who gives him +2 observation. So we may well go for that, because that'll give him 3 observation. His lore's pretty good at 5, but it is a fail condition, and I want to make sure that I close the gate. So normally you get a chance to close the gate on both the pass and the fail condition, but I always go for the pass. So we're going to go for the pass condition. Let's have a quick look. The carnage around you is traumatic to witness, and it's a will test, not an observation test, so all that was bloody a waste of time. Will -1, so it's 3 dice. 1, 2, 3. Come on, we've still got 3 clues. Oh, the rolling's back, isn't it? I'm going to spend a clue. I'm going to get rid of these dice. They obviously didn't take the hint. And we're going to go for another dice, and we're going to spend a clue. A 5. Yes. So he's now down to 2 clues. And let's check where that's going. Right, that's going in there. Okay. So we've passed. If you pass, you find ancient sorcerers trying to save Mew, who are willing to use their power to repair the tear in reality. Close this gate. Woohoo! We have closed the gate. Let's have a look at the mystery. That should be coming up. After an investigator closes a gate during an Otherworld encounter or a Dream Quest encounter, he may spend 1 clue. So he's down to a single clue now because he's got to spend another one. And he's got to discard a talent condition. So he's going to discard Guts. So that goes back into the talent deck. And that means that this can go on to the mystery. We are nearly there. Yes! It cost us a shed load of clues and focus, but we managed. Well done, Luke. Good man. So that's it for that. Discard that. Put the deck back. And that is it for Luke. He's kicked ass. Okay, next up, it is Jackie. And here we are with Jackie, but just very quickly, he did close a gate, Luke. So, due to his Dreamer reward, he gets a clue and a focus. So he gets a clue back. And put that on there. He's back up to 2. His focus puts him back up to a single focus. And he gets yet another focus because of the Dream Box. Okay, so he's back up to 2 focus and 2 clues. Alright. Should have checked that before I moved the camera, but better late than never. Right, here we are with Jackie. So she's going to have a Buenos Aires encounter. Here's the deck. A cut. And get it the right way up. Let's have a look. There it is. Buenos Aires. In an ancient underground chamber, you study strange scientific and magic paraphernalia once used by the Serpent Men. Test law. I think a law's pretty good. Let's just check. So her law is 4. Does she get any help? Well, she's blessed. And gets +2 law from Randolph Carter. So her law 6 blessed dice. Okay, that'll do. Hopefully it should prove no problem. We need a 4 or better. And we get 4 successes, so no problem there. If you pass, you manipulate the devices to transform yourself and gain a blessed condition. She's already got a blessed condition, let's bear that in mind for a second. Alright, because she's got a blessed condition, it means we flip her blessed card. So let me just get it. This is her blessed card. So because we've got another blessing, we get to flip it. And we get blessed talent. Your vision has never been sharper, your mind never more clever. You feel stronger than ever before, and all who meet you are willing to help your cause. You are confident you will survive what is to come. Improve one skill of your choice, then flip this card. Well, awesome. Absolutely brilliant. So what's she going to improve? I think she'll improve her strength. Her strength's her worst. So she'll get that up to 2. So her strength is now 2. Okay, excellent stuff. That is it for Jacqueline, and that only leaves, oh yes, it's back to the Dreamlands. Let's see what William's up to. And here we are with William. He's in Dilathleen, and he's going to have a Dreamlands encounter. So that's the blue deck. And let's flip it over. And it's the bottom one. There we go. A victim is being fed to a caged leng spider. You attempt to rescue. We've had this one before. But that's what happens. That's right, I've got a clue here that's like sort of zoomed around somewhere. I think I should have put it in the supply. I think it's one of the ones that Luke spent. Okay, got rid of that. So we've got a will test. Okay. Will is 3 for will, but he's got the scales of Thoth, so he gains +2 to that. So he's got 5 will because he has equal health and sanity. So 5 dice. Let me go and grab them. 2, 3, 4, 5. And he fails because it's will. He's going to spend one of those. Come on, William. Stop letting the side down. A 6, that's more like it. Cost you that though. So he's passed. Hey, these dice. Okay, he's finally passed. Let me have a read. If you pass, you free the victim who graciously joins you. Gain 1 random ally asset from the deck. And it's not Atlatch Natcher. In fact, this is exactly the one that Carolyn got last turn when I cocked it up. But I'm not going to cock it up this time, because we're going to use the correct deck. Give it a cut, and then we'll just go through till we find an ally. Curiosity Shop, Service, Scribe's Journal, Ward Evil, Book of Spells, Tome, Lantern, Magic Shop, Assassination, Holy Water, here we go, Holy Cross, Occult Scripture. Talk amongst yourselves. At last, we get the Monster Hunter. There we are. So let me just get rid of all these. Okay, Monster Hunter. Cost of 3. Ally. Gain 2 strength during combat encounters. Action. A monster of your choice on your space loses 1 health. That'll do. So put him with Miss Doyle. Okay. I could have spent a clue, couldn't I? From Miss Doyle. To add 1 success to a test result, because we're still on the Dreamland sideboard. But I want to keep those clues. So I'm glad we spent a focus first. Alrighty. So that's it, isn't it? We didn't fail. So groovy. Right, that's it for William. That's it for the encounter phase. Next up, oh yes, it's the laugh and the chuckle phase. And here we are at the laugh and the chuckle phase. Okay, I'm all set up for a reckoning, so I'm going to look a proper Charlie if this isn't a yellow reckoning card. So let's get on with it. And it is a reckoning. Of course it, oh bloody tentacles. Just what we needed. So first of all we start with omen track movement. So we move on to a blue constellation. We have a blue constellation gate. It is Antarctica. So we go down to 13 doom. Nothing to worry about there. Alright, so what else to crack on with here? I think that we now move on to the reckoning part. So I'll flash up the card for Wolfpack. And we've got to resolve the reckoning. So effects on components in this order. First of all, monsters. That means the Mygo. That is the only monster with a reckoning, as well as the cultist has got a reckoning, but it doesn't really affect anything from what I recall. No, so it's fine. So really, it's only the Mygo. So we've got to discard the nearest clue. The nearest clue to Antarctica is space 12. So we'll get rid of that. And then we've got to move this monster to that space. So it's going to go to space 12. There we are. That is the Mygo done. After the monsters, it is then the Ancient One. Now on the Ancient One, he wants to move you closer to the Dreamlands unless you spend a sanity. And that's why I've got 2 sanity out there. William, he's already there, doesn't affect him. Luke, he's not bothered. So, what he's going to do is he is going to move closer to the Dreamlands. But amazingly, Rome is 4 away from each Dream Quest gate. Would you believe? He's 4 away from each of them, so he can pick. So what he's going to do is he's going to head towards Tokyo. And that means he ends up in Istanbul. So he may as well try and shut that gate. Why not? He doesn't have a talent, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully either Carolyn or Jacqueline will be able to do that next turn in Antarctica and spend one of their talents to complete the mystery. So he moves to Istanbul. William, as I mentioned, doesn't move. Both Jacqueline and Carolyn are going to spend a sanity because they do not want to move from Buenos Aires. They want to be able to get to Antarctica. So they've both spent a sanity so they don't have to move. Awesome. They go in the supply. Having done the Ancient One, we then move on to Mythos cards. That means our good old friend, that rumour. So we've got to place a sanity token on the card. So we've placed a sanity token on the card, and now everybody has got to lose a single sanity. So going to lose a sanity for William. So I'll put it on his scales of Thoth, because I've got to remember. I want the scales of Thoth. I want his health and sanity to be equal when he comes to do his conditions and everything. So this is the most important. He spends his sanity there. It's a sanity for the other 3 as well. So a sanity for Luke, a sanity for Caroline, and a sanity for Jacqueline. Knowing that the reckoning was coming, making this a lot easier than it would be normally. Hopefully I haven't forgotten everything, anything, but we'll see. Alright, so we've done that. That is it for the Madness from the Sea. So I can put that back in here. But what it does mean is next time we get a reckoning, there'll be a second sanity on here, and everybody will lose 2 sanity. So it is a pretty nasty rumour, to be honest. So it's pretty grim. Put that up here. There we go. That can go there. Right. So we've done the mythos cards. Next up is possessions and conditions, and they're all along here. So we'll start with Carolyn. So she's got this enchant weapon spell. Now she does get plus, oh yes, she can roll 1 additional die due to the Arcanist. Remember, this is a law test and it counts as a spell effect, apparently. So her law is 5 plus 1 dice from the Arcanist is 6. She's currently blessed, so we're rolling 6 dice. Move this down here now. And we get 4 successes. 2 4s, 2 5s. So enchant weapon, flick it over. And 4 plus. Yay, the magic lingers in everything you touch. Gain 1 random magical asset from the deck. Woo! So that's a good start. We'll take that. And magical asset from the deck. It's up here. So a cut, and then we'll go from the bottom and stop when we get a magical asset. It could be a while. That's a relic. Drop 1. Oh, it can be all day. Magical weapon, that'll do. I think it just wants magical, doesn't it? Hang on while I check. Yes, it's a magical asset, so a magical weapon does count. And we've got the ritual dagger. So there we go. Put that back. Ritual dagger, cost of 1. Item, magical weapon. Once per round you may gain +1 law when resolving a spell effect, or +2 strength when resolving a combat encounter. Very good. She's got tons of stuff, has Carolyn. Okay, so she's done that. I didn't think she'd be getting 4 successes at any point, but I still don't like glamours. And she's blessed, so she's got a roll for a blessing. Whoop. A 5, she keeps it. Oh, we need them to keep these blessings, so that's good. Put that on a player tray. Great. We move on to Jackie. Now she's got meditation here, and we know what happens when we flip this. It means she gets a sanity back. So she is going to get a sanity back. She's good. After just losing 1, that's great. Well, she lost 2, didn't she? So she got 1 back. She lost 1 because she didn't move from Buenos Aires, and she lost 1 because of the rumour card. So she's on 7 sanity. She's got a roll for a blessed condition. A 4, she keeps a blessed condition. Phew, those were the rolls I was really worried about. Good. And then we've only got Will to go. So Will's got the Scales of Thoth. At the moment, he has got 1 less sanity because of the rumour card. So he is going to lose a single health, and that will get him to 4 and 4, and that's going to be very important. Why? The reason for that is that he's got this haunted condition here. So we've got to roll 1 die. On a 1, 2 or 3 we've got to flip it. Oh no, Scales of Thoth doesn't affect it. I was thinking it might be, you know, a particular test, but it isn't. It's just a 1, 2 or a 3. Damn it. Don't want this to flip over. Come on. A 4. Ooh, just. So we've dodged the haunted condition. Yeah, excellent. Okay. And brilliant. Okie dokie. In fact, he's on 4 and 3. He is on 4 and 3. So the scales of Thoth were out of whack anyway. So they wouldn't have helped him anyway. I must have made a miscalculation there. He was on 4 and 3. So yeah, if he just rests next turn to get a sanity back, then he goes back to 4 and 4, and the scales of Thoth will come back in. So that's fine, that's okay. So that is it for possessions and conditions. And I think that's it for the reckoning part. Brilliant. So all we've got to do now is spawn a gate. So now this stack is more manageable. I've took it out of its little holder. So let's see what we're on. And we've got Ulthar. So let me put Ulthar out. Get a stand, stick it on. And that is a red sunburst gate. That pops up there. We've got Monster. And what we're going to get. Let's see if we can pick something which isn't a cultist. That one. It isn't! We've got something different. We have... Is it going to... Yes. We have a deep one. So there's the back of it. So we've got a deep one. And it's got some blue tack stuck on it. Never mind. Deep one, 2 toughness. If you do a horror check, then you've got to get at least 2 successes, otherwise you lose sanity. On your combat check, you've got to do a strength test, and you need at least 1 success to avoid health, and that strength test is at a -1 penalty. On a reckoning, each investigator on this space loses a sanity. Well, there's nobody on Ulthar, so that's not too bad. Pop that over there. Deep one on Ulthar. And that is the gate done. So now we can crack on with the flavour text and everything. You ask the young astronomer to explain the points on his stellar map that do not appear on yours. White dwarfs, he says. Dead stars. You see now what you could not see before. The ancient alignment has already come to pass. The end is nigh. The dead stars event. Move the omen to the green space of the omen track. Oh, well, it's on 1 extra. So on the green comet. Then advance doom by 1 for each gate on the game board that corresponds to that omen. Istanbul. So we've lost another doom. We're now on 12 doom, but that's okay. I think we started on 12. And what are we on now? It's like episode 9. We're still on 12. If there are 1 or more Eldritch tokens on the green space of the omen track, there are not. Advance doom by 1 and place 1 additional Eldritch token on that space. Well, there aren't any. So we don't have to do that. That is the end of that. So that goes away for another turn. Ooh, okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. We've got everybody in Buenos Aires that we need in Buenos Aires. They're off on their way to Antarctica. The MIGO has very nicely moved for us. So we'll be able to miss that and get straight to Antarctica and get straight in the gate. So that helped. Reckoning helped us out, Mr. MIGO. So we'll get those to Antarctica. Luke, he's in Istanbul, but he doesn't have a talent he can get rid of, but he can shut the gate, why not? And William, we will send him to Buenos Aires. Hopefully he can get to space 3 eventually, because we don't want a load of reckonings where we're losing a lot of sanity all the time. And we'll lose 2 sanity next reckoning because of that rumour. But we're going to have at least 2 goes. 2 goes with blessed dice for both Carolyn and Jacqueline on the Antarctica gate. Surely, surely we're going to do it. And we are going to complete our final mystery. I hope so. So, yes, this has been a lot more straightforward than our previous playthrough. Tactics have worked, strategies have worked. We've had a little bit of luck, but basically, I think played this one pretty well, even if I do say so myself. So, 2 people heading to Antarctica, close that gate, let's get it over with. And yes, possibility of wrapping this up next turn. Will's in a bit of a bad way. I'm struggling to find, you know, I'm struggling to find bad news. But William is in a bit of a bad way. He's lost a bit of sanity. But everybody else is fine. Everybody else is fine. And I'm very confident. Let's put it like that. Great news. The only thing I was worried about during that reckoning was losing the blessings. And we kept the blessings. Those were the most important rolls. The rest, I didn't really care about. And yeah, get to Antarctica in the Antarctic gate. 2 of our ladies rolling blessed dice. God, surely it's in the bag. Surely. Famous last words, I know, but surely it is in the bag. Okay, so that is it for episode 9. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the subscriptions, for all the likes, the dislikes, for all the comments. The stars are right. You're all stars, and you're all right. Anybody who's been to Board Game Geek to vote up the video threads over there, like, comment, drop Geek Gold, anything like that, thank you very much. And obviously everybody who has been to Ko-fi.com, who has helped support the channel and tipped me a brew, thank you so much. It is very much appreciated, thank you. And that is it for episode 9. I hope you join me for episode 10 and the potential finale. Until then, this is me, Catweazle, saying toodaloo.